I'm joined by Lydia Lawrence Nze. Welcome to RubbinMinds.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Thank you for honoring our invitation. I won't even lie. I grew up believing that women were super women. They could have it all. The bag, the husband, the kids, the ambition, and everything. And I've come to realize that maybe that's something that the media pushes. Do you believe in your work, working with women, that women can have it all?
Truth is, when you use the term having it all, it might not really be, in my opinion, the right way to address it, because human beings, the question should be, should human beings have it all? Yes, we are women, right? But should women have it all too? What is it for everybody? So for me, literally, a woman is allowed to have a fulfilled life. A woman is allowed to have a career. A woman is allowed to have her family, have her business, have everything going on for her. So in my own understanding of the whole thing, I would like to say that as human beings, if we work really hard to push and get something and we have it, that is okay. So the whole narrative of pushing, why should a woman have it all or should a woman have it all, in my own perspective, shouldn't actually be the question. The question should be different. It should be, are human beings allowed to have it all?
Are human beings allowed to have it all? Yeah, that's a different way to look at this question. I think why we say women have it all, because a lot of times that responsibility of caring for the home, caring for the children, being ambitious, contributing to their own quota, having a life, being responsible for their families, volunteering. The list goes on and on and on. And you're looking as a woman, like, can I really have it all? I don't think men have that same burden. I know things are changing, but it's interesting that you use your art as a filmmaker to tell the stories of women.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that's come from a place. I mean, you can tell everybody's story, but why are you telling the stories of women?
Why I'm telling stories of women? I think, first of all, as a filmmaker, I tell every story, right? But this, maybe the particular one that we're discussing today, has something to do with women. But the truth is, my stories don't just focus on women. It focuses on everything. It focuses on family. It focuses on relationships. It focuses on love. It focuses on... I tell social conscious stories. So if at a point I'm talking about a woman, then we're talking about a woman. If it's affecting a man, then it's affecting a man, literally. So for me, I literally am an all-round filmmaker, and I won't like to be stereotyped as tell stories for women, even though I champion for women. I champion for women too, and not just about the storytelling, right? I am here for empowerment, right? I champion to have female DOPs, not just male DOPs, right? And that's not because I'm trying to struggle or have like a power toss with them. I champion to see women. I want to see women in different positions, not just, in the stories that I tell, but in my workspace. I want to see a woman handling my camera. I want to see a woman directing my films. Likewise, the male. I want to see a woman handling the sound. I want to see a woman doing other things. Do you understand? And yes, that's, for me, it's what it is.
Okay. So when we look at men and women, infertility is a huge issue, because yes, the woman might not be the one who is pregnant, but nobody can categorically write off that is the man who has impotency or the fertility issues. But so when you look at the lens of infertility in our nation, what do you think filmmakers should do to ensure that we're more empathetic to people going through that situation?
Tell more stories. There's something about, they say stories curate cultures. When you try to enlighten people with what is going on through your stories, through how you tell these things, and not just telling the story and highlighting the problems, also trying to get to the solution at the end of the film, so that in a way people watch and then this awareness is widespread, that infertility is not just a female problem or just a male problem. It's something that can happen in a marriage. It can be from the female side, it can be from the male side, it can be from habits, it can be from things you guys are not doing right or not doing wrong. Tell meaningful stories. Tell social stories, stories that are real life stories of people that have gone through these things. Find out how they were able to stay afloat. Find out how they were able to walk to the finish line. What was done, what wasn't done, how they were able to live through it, and then use it to educate others. You know, it might have a positive impact, it might have a negative impact, in the sense that, you know, I can be telling a story right now. I can be saying, oh, in the story, like my film that we talked about, for better or worse, the way she navigated her part when she had Asherman syndrome was a different way from what everybody thought. You know, they thought the character Precious, which I played, we thought she was going to be all very remorseful, very into herself, starts crying, start doing, but she decided to take a different trajectory. And like I said, it's a real life story, because we start with this woman. She has her regrets, but she also has her wins at the end, and what he did for her, or how he helped her like to get through life. So she decided to take a different trajectory. Like, she decided to just, for lack of, I don't, this is national TV, I would have said I would just say F it. Like, I'm going to live my life. I don't care what everybody thinks. Fine, I have this syndrome. I'm not going to be able to have a child. So why wallow in pains? Why cry myself to bed? I'm going to just live my life. I'm just going to live out of whatever is remaining for me, make the most out of it, and enjoy it. So when you're telling stories like that, you show them different directions to it. But for every direction, tell them what the finish line means. And the truth is, nobody or no two people literally have the same end line or the same finish line. They might have maybe seemingly finish line or something that happens to them at the end, but no two body story is exactly the same. So when you're trying to tell a story so that people can try and look, okay, this is looking like where I'm coming from. This is, okay, how did she end it?
So your film challenges what people would have ultimately thought would have happened. So like the stereotypical reaction. Yes.
So when you're trying to tell stories of infertility, don't go through the normal way of what the average Nigerian thinks. Oh, it's a female fault. Oh, she doesn't have a womb. Yeah. Or this, that. It could be a man's fault. You know, some men, for example,
they do struggle with infertility, impotency.
And then, exactly. And then because some of them would probably like not even know, because they're they don't know the shooting blanks, literally. Yeah. So,
any final words on your film?
My film, I made a story that was very personal to me. I made a story that I, for one, think is a very impactful story that would impact the society, and a story that people are going to look back. They're going to have emotions, a lot of emotions around it, but they're going to love it. And if they really sit back and dig deep and understand the lessons in the film, they're going to come to appreciate it and love it.
Well, wish you all the best with your film, and thank you for telling stories of not just women but men, and stories that are socially conscious.
Yes.
Lydia Lawrence Nze, thank you for being our guest on RubbinMinds.